Willie D Live.
What's up, family? The fourth day of Diddy's federal trafficking trial is in the books, and Cassie Ventura did not disappoint. She faced cross-examination from Diddy's lawyers today. She testified about the start of her relationship with Diddy and responded to graphic text and emails about freak-offs, the drug-fueled orgies allegedly orchestrated by Diddy. The defense tried to portray Cassie as a loving partner to Diddy who willingly participated in the freak-offs and attempted to link the volatility of their relationship to drug use and jealousy. Cassie testified Diddy was extremely upset over her affair with Kid Cudi, and she also admitted she was extremely jealous of Diddy's ex, Kim Porter. Cassie had previously testified that she was frequently physically abused by Diddy, suffered multiple medical issues as a result of constant freak-offs, and that she was blackmailed with sex videos. Diddy faces 5 criminal counts, 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Diddy has vociferously denied the allegations against him. This is why you do not call the bluff of people who have substantial evidence against you that could bring great harm your way. Do not play with that. All Diddy had to do first and foremost is not put hands on the woman. Because if he hadn't put hands on her, then I don't think that she would have done what she did. But the fact that he put hands on her is what made her go after him. If it had just been freak-offs and just real regular freaky-deaky, whatever they do, different. Now it's just, you hurt me, I hurt you, we both benefited, but there was no violence, right? But when he put the violence in it, and don't get me wrong, man, some people are gonna come after you no matter what. But I don't think she would have came after him if he had not put hands on her. That said, she still played the game. For every black eye that she got a pair of shoes. For every urinary tract infection she got, she had a trip to the Caribbeans. For every time that she was insulted by him, she got a Birkin bag. So Cassie was willing to sacrifice her health for the lifestyle. Yeah, man, that's what it came down to. Cassie said that she was high. She talked about how Diddy once overdosed. She said that she was jealous of Kim Porter. I urge that she did some really, really foul things in regards to Kim Porter, even once witnessing Diddy put hands on Kim and laughed about it. I already felt some type of way about Cassie's innocence. But once she got on that stand, even in the direct, but especially during the cross-examinations, she has been laughing a lot. These are serious allegations. This is a serious moment. This is her reputation and someone who she once claimed to love, freedom on the line. And she's laughing. Yeah, man, that's right, I did it. Something's going on up there, fam. Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Yeah. The oven is on, but it's not heating up. Yeah. Cassie also said that she was horny after one of the freak-offs. She was horny. So she just got ran through. And fam, I don't really know a better way to say it. You know, she got ran through. And she's still horny. What's the significance? The defense is trying to illustrate the sexual appetite of Cassie. They're trying to say, nah, man, she got an appetite for this. Diddy didn't have to force her into any type of sexual situation. She enjoyed it. She even said once, after they had planned a freak off, 2 days after they planned a freak off, she said, I feel like I want a F-U-C-K. She was ready. She was more than ready. Potty mouth Cassie. Yeah. See, Cassie's saying things and doing stuff that you never thought she'd say. Yeah. I'm talking about very, very explicit. Some of the stuff was so explicit, she didn't even want to repeat it. And she repeated a lot of stuff. Well, she read a lot of those text messages, but there were certain text messages, she didn't even want to read it. She just let the defense read it because she was so embarrassed. I'll say it again. If there is something you don't want replayed in a court of law, if you don't want seen in a court of law, you better keep it off these electronic devices. Because if it's something inappropriate, something that can be used to question your character, if you're ever in that position, you might end up with your face in your hands from embarrassment. Diddy, according to Cassie, overdosed. I'm sure that's something that Diddy never wanted to be put out. But Diddy called the bluff of someone who had information on him that could be damaging. I mean, he may as well have walked up on a dude who had a gun pointed at him and said, shoot me. You ain't gonna shoot me. What you gonna do with that gun? Well, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. Pow, 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 pow. That's exactly what Cassie is doing right now. Shooting him. Pow, pow, pow. Shot him with that lawsuit. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. Thought he had it down. She filed that lawsuit. And then everything began to unravel from there. This is why it's important to be civil and treat people with dignity who you find yourself in relationships with. I mean, you should really treat people with dignity in the first place. I'm talking about, people in general. I mean, an enemy is an enemy now. Don't get me wrong now. I ain't no kumbaya type. An enemy is an enemy. But people that you, just in general, just meeting somebody, spending time with people, family, being in a relationship with someone, treat people with civility. Be kind to people. And even with all that, you can be the coolest person in the world, the kindest person in the world, and you'll have your moments where you're fed up with somebody, and you might do something that's inappropriate, where you might hurt somebody's feelings or something. You might even break somebody's heart. Hell, you might get your heart broken. But at the end of the day, it takes two to tango, and you got to learn in life to take your bitter with your sweet. So if you have all these great times with a person, when it go bad, just be thankful for the times that things did go good. And use the bad times as a lesson going forward. That's all you really can do, because ain't none of these relationships guaranteed. Not one of them. And all of them will end by force or choice. So if and when it do go bad, you tripping, but you ain't tripping out. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Take your bitter with your sweet. Treat people with dignity. Treat people with civility. And in most cases, you're not going to have these problems. But first and foremost, when you meet people, some people are just uncivilized. And if you find yourself dealing with an uncivilized person from the gate, however you start, that's how you're going to end. In fact, it's going to end even worse, because in most cases, people, when they first meet you, are going to give you their best. You're going to see the best side of them. And then as they get comfortable with you, they'll start relaxing more, and then you'll start seeing the other side. Sometimes the other side is completely different. Other times, you know, it's a little taper in there, but not too bad. But it ain't as great as it was day one, when they was trying to impress you, when they were trying to win you over. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, fam, drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts.